right, y'all, I'm sorry. I had to stop. Well, the camera stopped on me because my phone ran hot. So I had to run it under the air conditioner and cool it down. Devices, electronics, technology. But anyway, so I gotta say I'm in the mood for a little bit more. Oh, redheads. And this is your favorite girl from the Midwest, Chicago Red, with another exhilarating, exciting, exceptional episode of, I don't even know what this is going to be. What episode is it going to be? I don't even know which channel I'm going to put this on. I may put it on both of my channels because it actually serves two purposes. For those on my Chicago Red page, my life, you know, my personal goings on page, where I talk about me and dating and being over 50 and health and all that other good stuff. I've been doing Red Rage on that particular channel. But then I have Chicago Red TV, where I discuss different reality. It's a reaction channel for different reality shows or, you know, sitcoms, dramas, whatever's on TV. If it's on the TV or if it's streaming, I'm talking about it. And one of the things that I talk about on that channel is I.A.G farms. I have not been very diligent in recent weeks, maybe even more than a month now, with my post for I.A.G farms. You know what, before I go there, let me back. Go ahead and like this video as you're coming in, because it lets me know that you appreciate what I'm doing. You appreciate the time and the effort that it takes to put these videos together, to come up with the content, to edit it and make it interesting for people who have very low attention spans like myself. Like, I'll give you a few seconds to entertain me. If I am not entertained, I am turning. So I hope that you are entertained by the information that I give. But so like the page, subscribe, get in the comments. You know, we call it the red zone. You know what it is. You know what it's about. It's the comment section. And, you know, share the video. Like mine's, you know, like similar content. So let's do that. Let's build this community. But anyway, as I was saying, I.A.G farms, for those who don't know what the acronym stands for, it stands for It's All About God, minus the A. And it's about this African-American family who left the city of Jackson, Mississippi. I'm putting that in quotations because when you come from Chicago, the city of Jackson, Mississippi just does not compare. Okay, that's a city. Okay. Actually, I'm not from Chicago. I'm from the suburbs, but I'm in the same county, Cook County. I'm in the near west suburbs. It's literally like a 10-minute shot to the west side of Chicago from where I live. So yeah, I'm from Chicago. I just don't say that when I'm actually talking to people from Chicago. It's like, it's fighting words when you tell somebody you're from Chicago and they're actually from Chicago and you're not. Yeah. But anyway, that's a whole other video. But I.A.G farms is this African-American family that centers their life around everything Christ-like. Everything that they do is done with God in mind, with Jesus in mind, with Christianity being at the helm. And that's fine. That's actually what endeared me to them initially. I think I got wind of them back in 2003. I want to say the summer or going into the autumn season of 2003. And I was just amazed at what this young family, this young couple was doing. At the time, they had three young boys. Tim Jr. was the oldest, or is the oldest. Titus is the middle baby, and Noah was the baby boy at that time. They have since had an addition to the family, Benjamin, who just turned 1 year old a couple of months ago. The boys are the cutest things ever. The boys are all homeschooled by Megan, who is the mother, and Tim, the father, is the head of the household. Of course, they both parents work the farm. That is their bread and butter. That is what they do. They don't have any jobs outside of that, other than their YouTube channel and other channel. They have three other channels on YouTube. They have the Prison to Purpose channel, because Tim is an ex convict. He has felonies. He served time in prison. I want to say he did 7 years, or close to 7 years. I think it should have been 8 years, and he did most of that time, if my memory serves me correctly. And Megan has always been a missionary when it comes to Christianity. She gave her life to Christ long ago and has just lived by the rules and all that goes into being a Christian. I know I don't sound like one as I'm trying to explain this, but I am a Christian. I'm just not a Megan kind of Christian. Okay, let me get back, because I was about to do a dig, but I'm not going to go there. But anyway, I was really fascinated by this family. I thought that, what they were doing, the premise and what they were doing it under was just amazing. They had this farm. They were using some of the animals for meat to give to the community for free. That's what they were saying. I never saw them doing it, but that's what they were building themselves up to do. And when I caught them, when I started watching them, they had gone from living in, they were actually still living in this really beat up camper. It was a secondhand camper, maybe even third or fourth hand camper, the way that thing looked. It was horrible. It was a mess. But I thought, sacrifice. It makes the reward all the more sweet when you sacrifice on that level. And they went off the grid for some time in order to get things up and going. Commendable. Absolutely commendable. Oh shoot, my battery is running low. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. The battery on my Bluetooth. I don't even know if I may not even be going through my Bluetooth. I might be going through the car. But anyway, we're gonna make it work. I'm saying my Bluetooth, I mean my earpiece. So I thought that was commendable for them to sacrifice like that, because I don't know that it's in me to be that person. I don't know if a man could step to me and say, you know what, Chicago, these are my goals for us as a couple. And I just need you to trust me to have you live in this beat up camper for an X amount of years. Am I recording? Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't tell if I was recording or not. Let me make sure. Yes, I am. Okay. I want you to trust me to have you staying in this beat up camper for who knows how long on this farmland, for who knows how long, until I can put a house on this land and do whatever. Now, keep in mind, they had a whole house in Jackson, Mississippi. It was Megan's house. And Megan sold her house so that they can go live on this farm and fulfill what they call their calling from the Lord. Okay, I got you. So, yeah, that just happened. So, they sold the house. They went from having a home where they were housing 5 people, 2 adults.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all, I'm sorry. I had to stop. Well, the camera stopped on me because my phone ran hot. So I had to run it under the air conditioner and cool it down. Devices, electronics, technology. But anyway, so let me pick up where I left off. So they were housing 5 people in this camper. Not, on a daily basis, not just a weekend thing. So they finally put the money, paid for an actual mobile home that has 3 bedrooms. One of the rooms is being used as their homeschooling room for all the boys. And then the 2 bedrooms. The boys' bedroom has 2 bunk beds. So it accommodates the 4 boys, or will accommodate the 4 boys. Right now it's just the 3. Benjamin is still in his baby bed, and his baby bed is actually in the homeschooling room. But, again, I thought that this was awesome. I was here for it. I was promoting it, telling everybody to watch it. And then I started seeing other channels that were talking about or reacting to the page, and they didn't have really nice things to say about this family. And I was like, how can y'all not like these this young family trying to do something different out of the norm? At least it's out of my norm. I don't have any friends that are remotely interested in having a farm and living on a farm. So, I thought this was amazing. But I actually started listening because some of them had the same concerns that I had. And one of them was how Tim treats Megan. I felt like Tim wasn't being the protector that, if you're going to be the man of a household, that he should have been. I didn't feel like he was doing enough as far as protecting. I don't know about the providing part because I don't know what their financial status is, but I know that on YouTube they make a pretty penny because they have over 100,000 subscribers. They get thousands, tens of thousands of views on their videos, and that equates to a nice coin in YouTube dollars. So I'm sure he's providing. However, I felt like whenever I saw her, she was carrying bags. She was carrying her babies. She was always just doing the most. And when it came to farm chores, I felt like she was doing a lot of the heavy lifting and heavy hauling. Like he wasn't doing nearly the amount of work that I felt he should have been doing as the man, as the head of the household. And I'm using air quotes when I say that. There was this one particular video when she had gone, I think she had gone to the doctor to have a consultation about her hernia. I think that was I believe that was the video. And she left Tim in charge of the boys. And when she got back home, Tim was sprawled out all over the bed on his phone. Who knows what he was doing? He could have been editing videos. He could have been chit-chatting with a pen pal from prison, because he still got friends back there in that lifestyle. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. But what he wasn't doing was watching the boys or doing farm chores. And I was like, seems like you would be getting some content, sir, while your wife is out taking care of her physical, her health, her business for taking care of the business about her health. So it was, I started seeing that. And then I forgot to tell you, they had Prison to Purpose and they have Resurrection Ranch. Those are the 3 channels. Prison to Purpose, I.A.G Farms, and Resurrection Ranch. Resurrection Ranch is the house, the place where his mom lives. His mother had inherited a home from her parents. Yeah, from her parents. That her and her siblings. I'm about to just pull over at the park. Because had my camera not gone off, I could have finished this video before I got to my house. Where this dog just running out. Are y'all paying attention to this dog? Anyway. Okay. So, Tim's mother's name is Grandma Lillian. They call her Grandma Lily. And she had a home, or has a home, with her siblings that their parents gave to them. She was living in the house. Tim wanted to film and do all these things at the house. And the other brothers and sisters were like, nope, you're not recording here. We don't want all of that publicity with our parents' home. And Tim was like, all right, cool, no problem. I'm not gonna worry about it. In fact, I'm gonna just remove myself from the whole situation. And I didn't see it then, but I see it now. That was actually a level of arrogance. And after some time, I started thinking back on that video, and I was like, okay. Because he couldn't control that situation, he didn't want to have any parts of that situation. And I didn't see it that way initially. Take the seatbelt off. Turn this down. Sorry, y'all. So after some time, they decided to have Grandma Lily live on one of their other properties, which is Resurrection Ranch. So she moved there. There was the land needed to be cultivated. It needed to be prepped and primed to have someone, to have it lived on. So he got this excavating company to come and flatten the land out because it was hilly. They flattened the land out, removed trees because it was very woody. They called it the woodlands initially. It was very foresty. And why are these dogs are just running around? Do they belong to these people? These little Pomeranian looking dogs. Okay, anyway. I'm not gonna worry myself with it. I'm sorry. So they had the area flattened. They got a mobile home, a used mobile home. Tim's goal was to remodel the mobile home like he did his own and put Grandma Lily in that mobile home. No problem. We saw how you redid your mobile home. It looks fabulous. I'm not even gonna hold you. No cap. Tim did a really good job renovating his mobile home, and he did it with a sense of urgency. However, and this is probably where my eyebrow started going up. Actually, it went up before this, but I really started to pay attention to how they didn't have the same level of urgency to get Grandma Lily's home the way that they got their home set up. Grandma Lily got her mobile home, I want to say in October of 2004. It is now, today is May 29th. It's almost June. And Grandma Lily's home is still not 100% done. It's not even 50% done. She has 3 bedrooms. Only one of the bedrooms has been completely done. She has 2 bathrooms. Only one of the bathrooms has been done, and that's the ensuite in the primary room. A portion of the home still does not have flooring. It only has the subfloor, and the kitchen just got cabinets a couple of months ago. So, and that's not on her. That's on the company that does the cabinet installs. It takes a while for cabinets to get built. When you're custom building cabinets, it takes a while. So I get that. That's not on them. That's on the company. However, I still feel that, Tim did not have the guys that did the flooring in the living room and in the bedroom. He didn't have them complete the flooring. I don't know why. I think I have an idea, but the flooring was not completed. And it still has not been completed. So it's almost, what's that? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 7 months. And Grandma Lily is only really using a portion of her home. So that really got me to looking at him sideways. And then I just started paying attention to what he does and what he doesn't do. He being Tim. He does a lot of chest stomping and looking for praise of his family members, of what he's done. Like if he put a faucet on the sink, he'll ask the boys, so boys, what you think about me putting this faucet on the sink? What you mean what I think about you putting the faucet on the sink? We need a faucet on the sink. I don't think anything of it. That's what you're supposed to do. That's like me asking my mama, what does she think about me going out every day and working? That's what you're supposed to do. I don't think anything of it. You want to eat, you better work. You want water out of this faucet, you better put one there. That's Tim. Anything that he does in that house, he asks them, what do you all think about what I just did? Of all the things that my father ever did in the house, and he did a lot of things in the house, and my mother, neither one of them ever asked me or my brother what we thought about what they did. I don't think they cared what we thought about what they did. I really don't think they cared. And why would they? Why would they care what these kids think about what they did? I never asked my son what he thought about me paying the light bill or paying the gas bill when we lived together. That's what I'm supposed to do. I never asked him what he thought about a meal that I fixed, because he was either going to eat it or he wasn't. If he liked it, great. If he didn't, oh well. That's on him. Yeah, so he started doing that a lot, and that started rubbing me wrong. Then I started paying attention to the way the children, to the way that the mannerisms of the children and how they respond when Tim is around. And to me, they seem very tense, like they don't want to mess up whenever he's around. And it's almost as if he's giving them a script that they need to stick to. And you can see them thinking in their heads when he's literally asking them what they think about whatever it was he needed them to respond to. And the boys are just like, you can see the different file cabinets in their brain opening up to see, which, I forgot which episode this is supposed to be. I don't know what I forgot what I'm supposed to say during this segment of this episode. You literally see that happening in real time. And these boys are between the ages of, they might be sick. The youngest, the one that used to be the youngest, now Benjamin is the youngest. But what's going on with these birds? They look like bats. Are they bats? It's too light outside for them to be bats. But they are giving bat material. I ain't even gonna hold you. Are they day walking bats? I'm a little concerned, y'all. Okay. Really not getting out of the car now. I've just never seen this in my neighborhood. Ever. And they're like going in circles. And they're flying, they're flying faster than normal birds that I've seen. So that's why I'm saying they look like bats, but it's too light outside for it to be bats. Bats are nocturnal. Anyway, that's my ADHD coming out. I can get distracted real quick. So, the youngest, here go this Pomeranian again. Mind you, the Pomeranian has a neck thing on, and he's just running wild. I don't know where this dog, who this dog belongs to. Okay, I'm looking behind me. I wish I could see it, but I don't feel like taking this thing down. Point anyway. So the youngest boy seems to have a bit of a speech impediment. Like he's not enunciating. And this was my other issue with them. And I blame Megan for this. Megan is supposed to be the teacher. She teaches them. She's the homeschool teacher. And no matter what question you would ask the boys, the oldest son, Tim Jr. should be 11 now. No matter what you ask, the response was always good. Good. So what you think about what I just did? Good. You all want to watch TV? Good. What time should you go to bed? Good. Good was always the answer, whether it was whether it was contextually correct or not. It was always good. And that irked me. Like, why aren't you correcting these boys? They did it so much. One of the supporters of the channel got them hats that say good on it. I said, so y'all just gonna keep this nonsense going. That's what we're doing now. We're not correcting. We're gonna make it a joke. I didn't find it funny because I didn't like it. And I'm quick to correct people. So yeah, that irked me. It's just a lot going on with this family. But the more I started watching these reaction channels, and the more I started doing my own reactions and watching Tim and his flagrancy and how he navigated this space with his wife and his children, I was just like, you know what, y'all, I used to get excited to watch the videos, even when I moved from a place of liking the videos for the pureness of the content. When I went from that to being skeptical about what they were doing and how they were collecting money, to me, that seemed to be under false pretenses. Even in that space, I was still excited to see the videos pop up. But now, the video, I get notifications every day about their videos, and I honestly am not watching them. My spirit is just like, ugh. Now I'm like my mother, ugh. My spirit is, I can't take it, y'all. It's hard to listen to Tim, number one. It used to be Megan who used to get on my nerves with her tone, the cadence of her voice, because she would do these walk with me Walk with Me or Daily Bread, things where it would be just her talking, and I couldn't take her voice. Nothing against her because you can't control your voice. I'm sure my voice annoys somebody, and that's fine because I have those same annoyances. So Megan's voice annoyed me. So I would always just, fast forward through hers to see what else was going on, to see if the kids were doing something funny or interesting, or if Tim was, knocking down a tree or hammering a nail into the side of something. I was looking for that. But if that wasn't happening in the video, then I would just turn it off. Then I got to the point where Tim was getting on my nerves. That's when I knew I had had enough. I had enough. I just could not take Tim anymore. I was literally nitpicking how he spoke. And I get that it was his southern dialect that was getting on my nerves. The way that he would pronounce certain things or mispronounce certain things was getting on my nerves. Like if they were on Resurrection Ranch, their whole thing on I.A.G Farms, they say at the end, their tag is I.A.G Farms, it's all about God. All of them say it at the same time. Well, on Resurrection Ranch, they say it's Resurrection Ranch and it's still all about God. Well, for some reason, I don't know why Tim has a hard time with words that have an ST in it. If the ST is together, like steal or stolen or stop, he'll put an H in there. So it's SHT when he's pronouncing it. So he would say it's still all about God, or it was stolen, or any ST anywhere, he would put an H in the middle. And it was driving me crazy. I was like, I wish he would stop. I wish he would stop. Oh my God. That's when I know I'm irritated with someone. Like I'm at the point of no return. Now I'm nitpicking small things like that. So yeah, that's why I've come to this conclusion that I probably won't be critiquing I.A.G Farms unless I'm moved to do so. I just don't have it in me, y'all. I don't. I'm tired of them using God and Jesus as a way to manipulate and deceive their supporters. I truly feel that at some point in the beginning, that was their purpose. I'm not denying them that at the beginning. However, somewhere between the beginning and now, somewhere between the middle and now, something fell apart. Something was amiss. I think the popularity, the money, and everything that goes with that got to their head, and they forgot their actual purpose, because they were supposed to be giving away food. They were supposed to be opening up their gates to allow people on the farm to experience the farm life. They never did that. That did not happen. Not once. Okay, maybe once. But yeah, from the time I started watching, which was why I wanted to watch, because I was interested in seeing this lifestyle, I never saw it. It never happened. So I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is I.A.G Farms will not be getting a whole lot of my energy. I know that much. It's a lot of reaction channels out there right now. And I want to thank, is it J.W. Williams? I think it's J.W. Williams. I literally just watched his reaction video, and he played he replayed this video of Grandma Lily and how she was expressing her disappointment in something that was going on between her and her son Tim. And it really, because I'm in this mood now, because I'm in this frame of mind now, I'm more open to receiving that message. When I saw that video initially, I didn't get what was going on. But when this guy, this reactor, played this part of her video where she had they were caulking in the mobile home. She had just gotten the mobile home, and they had primed the walls, they had painted the walls, and she was probably going around caulking because that's what she was doing. She was really expressing her upset with something that had gone on between her and Tim. And I'm not sure exactly what had happened, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And I'll be honest with you. I feel, let me back up. Right now, Resurrection Ranch is not ranching. It's not resurrecting. It's not ranching. It's not doing anything. Grandma Lily is nowhere in the picture when it comes to Resurrection Ranch. In fact, now they've taken that same stank camper and they're now going to use the camper as Resurrection Camper, because the purpose now is not the physical location of the ranch. The purpose is now mobile. They can move around and resurrect things and resurrect. And they always like to use this Bible verse, can these dry bones live? And I'm gonna put his name somewhere when I go back. When I edit this, I'll put his name in there, and I'll actually share the link of the video. I have to remind myself to share the link of the video, so you all can see for yourself what I'm talking about with Miss Lily. I felt so bad for Miss Lily, because Miss Lily is 70. She's in her early 70s, and this man had his 70-year-old mama on ladders doing manual labor. You have the money to pay people to do this stuff, but you want content. So for the sake of content, you're going to risk your mom doing all of this work. And this content creator, this J.D. Williams guy is what I'm going to call him, because like I said, I can't remember that. I know it's J.D. I'm saying J.D. J.W. I think that was it. But he made a point. He said, I'm sure Grandma Lily's other children decided you're not going to be doing all of this stuff for Tim. Okay? You are 70 years old. You are not going to be climbing ladders. You are not going to be doing nearly the amount of work that you've been doing on Resurrection Ranch. Not gonna happen. And you know what happens when people defy Tim? He cuts you off. That's why her floors are not done. That's why a lot of the work in her home is still not completed. And it's probably not going to be, unfortunately. The way they had it set up, she's a steward of the home, of the mobile home. So she gets paid for the work that she does at the mobile home. If she ain't working, she's not getting paid. And if she's not getting paid, the only money that she's getting is coming from her from her pension, being ex-military. I don't even know what other pension she has coming in. But so this is how he's treating his mom. And I already told you how I felt about how he was treating his wife. And we won't even get into how he treats his children. He refers to his young children, who I said are between the ages of 1 and 11. He says that those little boys are men. He's raising them. They're not children. They are men.
We get ready to go out here and unload this feed with these boys that are becoming men. That's our job. Our job is not to raise boys. Our job is not to raise children. Our job is to raise men and women.
And I'm thinking to myself, you're creating so many potential issues with these little boys later in life by stripping them of a solid childhood because you keep referring to them as men. It's okay to rear your children to prepare for adulthood because they'll be adults much longer than they'll be children. But because they'll be adults so much longer than they will be children, let them enjoy their childhood. And you wanted a farm. They didn't ask for a farm. Why are you making these children work the farm? Ask them if that's what they want to do. And if that's what they want to do, then let them participate in all of it, as you see fit. But if that's not what they want to do, why are you making these kids do the work of adults on this farm? I don't understand. And then these kids don't have friends outside of the farm. He already said he doesn't want his children socializing. He doesn't want them socialized. Socialized. He doesn't want other children influencing his children. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if your parenting was worth its weight in gold, then nobody should be able to influence your children other than you and your wife. Because let me tell you something. The one thing I never wanted to do was disappoint my parents. I never wanted my parents to pick me up at the police station. I never wanted to go to jail. I never wanted to get in trouble. You know why? Because they taught me how to act when I was out in public. And I'm not saying that Tim and Megan haven't taught their children how to act while in public, but I am suggesting that they have not taught their children how to socialize. And if you don't know how to socialize, if you don't know how to be in a group setting, then how are you going to function as an adult? How's that going to happen? So it's so much more I could say about this. I could do I could talk about them for a whole day. And it still wouldn't change how I feel. And it probably won't even change how you feel. A lot of people who actually like Megan and Tim will watch this video and have all kind of things to say about it. And all I'm going to say is I was you at one point. I was absolutely you at one point. Until I watched a little longer. Until a lot of the concerns that I had, I saw other reactors actually talking about. I had these concerns before I even saw other people reacting. I didn't even know reacting to another YouTube channel was a thing until I saw that. Until I saw people reacting to I.A.G phones. I was like, people react to YouTube videos? Who knew? But yeah. So that's why I have not been doing I.A.G farm videos, y'all, because honestly, it just was not in me. Not at all. I wasn't interested. Like I said, I watch YouTube on my TV and I watch it on my phone. And because I watched it so much, because I.A.G Farms was always a part of my routine, their videos are the first thing on my screen, you know, one of the first things that are on in my algorithm. And when I tell you, I'm like this, or on my TV, I'm just scrolling to the next one this way. I'm scrolling to the next one. I cannot. I can't. I want the best for those little boys. I want better for Megan. And at one point, I felt bad for Megan, but I don't feel bad for her anymore either, because she's part of the problem. She is absolutely part of the problem. I'm starting to see where she has drank the punch, and she's all in. She is all in. Not only but she drank the punch knowingly. It wasn't that she didn't know. It's not that she didn't know what was going on. She drank it knowingly. So that's why I say she's part of the problem. If I felt that Megan was totally incapable of having a thought outside of what Tim tells her she should think, then I would feel bad for her too. And at one point I did, like I said, I did feel bad for her at one point. Not anymore. Megan is part of the problem too. So I.A.G Farms, where I don't know if it's all about God, but it's absolutely all about Tim and all about Megan. They need to call it IATM. All about Tim and Megan. That's what it should be called. But that's it for me, guys. I am like I said, I don't know which channel I'm gonna put this on. I may just throw it on both channels and see what it does. But if you're trying not to hit this motorcycle or the truck. If you're not on my Chicago Red TV page, get on my Chicago Red TV page. If you're not on my Chicago Red page, get on my Chicago Red page. There are times when I will put the same video on both channels because it serves a purpose in both places. So I will be doing that with this video. But typically on Chicago Red page, it is only lifestyle. Me talking about my life, my clothes, doing clothing hauls, and you know, all that good stuff. Chicago Red TV, I'm talking about oh my goodness, this air conditioner has my nose running. Chicago Red TV, I'm talking, it's a reaction channel. So and like I said, I do my Red Rage videos on there on Chicago Red page. Y'all, I'm talking and I'm confusing myself at the same time because it's a lot going on right now around me. But Chicago Red Rage, which is my road rage, I'm taking it road rage and making it Red Rage because I'm talking while I'm driving from work or wherever. So Red Rage is on Chicago Red. Reactions to reality TV or whatever is on Chicago Red TV. So that's how you can keep it, you know, stay clued in as to what I'm talking about. Chicago Red TV is anything on the TV or reaction videos on YouTube or streaming channels or whatever. Chicago Red, it's about me and my life. So that's why I'm doing it on both of these pages, because this is Chicago Red Rage, but I'm talking about I.A.G Farms. So that's that. I don't want to over explain it because then I start to sound like Tim and Megan speaking and having circular conversations, saying the same thing over and over again about what they're about to do on the farm that they never get done. So let me stop messing with them people. They're so easy to mess with though, you know? But thank you all so much for indulging me and staying plugged in with me. I appreciate you. I really do. I'll get back into my Red Rage videos. Actually, I had been down for a bit. Just not feeling, I didn't have the energy. Not feeling very well. And that's why I hadn't been doing my Red Rage. But I will be doing another segment of Red Rage. I have a continuing series that I have not completed. I put part 1 out, but didn't do part 2. I've done it. I just haven't edited it and posted it. So I have to do that. And then I have some more content that I can't wait to get into this other stuff because baby, yes, it's going to be amazing. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not even it. This is the continuation. These right here. Hold on. This. That's everything that I want to talk about in the next and that's 2 separate segments right there. So I can't wait to get into that because I just thought when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about this on Red Rage. So I am at my place of residence and I'm done, y'all. So be sure to subscribe to both channels. Make sure that you like this video wherever you see it. Get down in the red zone and share with somebody. You know, sharing is caring. Until then, bye-bye. That's what you're giving me. A-L-L-O-L. My heart, what you get. Create my own you. It's all I want to do. I-J-U-S-T.